Let's do some drywall.
Hey YouTube subscribers, today we're doing a wall patch. It's a very common wall patch, a 2x2 patch. Someone basically fell through the wall here, so it's an easy repair. You always get repairs like this if you have kids in the house that rough play. Accidents do happen. So on the patch, your first thing is you want to take a level or a piece of wood and pencil off your edges. Cut out the area past the damaged area. Nice square area. Clean up the sides, get it all cut out. Once you get it all cut out, cleaned up, add some backing. You can use some 2x4s, 1x2, 2x4s, whatever you have. You want to get all four sides secure. This patch got cut back past the stud, so I'm just adding a 1x2 in the gap here, just to have something to screw to. Take a look at how I'm doing this. Just something to screw to. Sheetrock, just get your piece of sheetrock, fit it in nicely, add a lot of screws. I like to add screws every 2 to 4 inches. This is 1/2 inch sheetrock, so I use 1.25 to 1.5 inch drywall screws. Get plenty of screws in the patch area. That way the patch doesn't crack out. Once you get the screws secured, add fiberglass tape. I always use fiberglass tape on my repair jobs. Many videos, the same process. Any big gaps in the patches, no problem. Just double layer it with the extra layer of fiberglass tape. I'm using a 5-minute quick set muds. You can also use a 20-minute, 40-minute, 90-minute, or just use a regular joint compound if you're not comfortable using hot muds. I'm coating out this patch really heavy. I'm using a bigger knife to feather it out nicely. Once you get done using your materials, always wash up your pans and knives right away. You don't want them to dry up in your pans. Now I'm going to mix up a second coat pan of mud. I don't need a lot of mud, just less than 1/2 a pan. Mix it up pretty thick. It's just a tad bit thinner than first coat, so just add a little bit of water. Bringing my sponge in. This is a wet sponge slick out technique. You do this on all hot muds. If people say you sand hot muds, this is not true. This is the technique of slicking it out using a 6-inch knife and a sponge. Once you get it all slicked out, I'm just doing a nice tight second coat. I'm going past my first coat. Nice tight skim coat. We're not putting a lot of mud on the wall. We don't want a big bulge in the wall. Same process here. Wash out your tools right away. You don't want this quick set mud setting up on your tools. Keep it nice and clean as you go. I'm mixing some texture here, just mixing it up. This is a red line material. You can also use a joint compound. This red line's perfect for these skip trowels. Like I said, you can use a regular joint compound. It's easier to use. Once the second coat's starting to set up after about 5-10 minutes, same process here. You just slick it out with this 6-inch knife and a wet sponge. Slicking it out, you're taking off the extra materials, taking off the bulge on the wall. And then this is a skip trowel. This is a common texture that's in newer houses, 20, 30-year-old houses. Most houses have different type textures, so at least you do the other steps. First coat and second coat are the same. The texture process may be different in your project that you're doing, but at least you can get the project first and second coated. And if you're not comfortable doing the texture, then you can hire someone to come do the texture. At least you get the hole patched up and sealed up. The texture is a cosmetic part. Like I said, this is a skip trowel texture, and I have many videos showing how to do skip trowel texture. I always take the skip trowel texture past to feather it out. Gives it a nice blend in so you don't see a big patch in the center of the wall.